All right, kids, here's Grandpa's book, A Village Known for Vegetables. In a village known for vegetables, on an island off the coast, the people grew tomatoes large, so large that they would boast, and cucumbers green and narrow, that were sold across the sea, melons, beets, and berries, peppers hot, and broccoli. Ignacio Pumperschnitzel Pentelgrass led the people of the town, for he was the mayor of Hagelberg, the best man for the job, they found. He watched the growers of the vines and guarded secrets of the soil that made the village Hagelberg the mainland's most desired spoil. For every day at noontime ships would sail across the ford, and men would buy the vegetables till there was no more room on board. The people on the mainland raved at Hagelberg's delights. How could one small island grow such food so pure and bright? Ignacio Pumperschnitzel smiled, the proudest man I know. He'd greet the mainland's Mayor Duran with a, "You're welcome to all we grow." As time passed, the mainland people rose and cried in selfish rage, "We're tired of sailing to the Isle for lettuce, squash, and sage." They and Mayor Duran demanded more and more and more. Ignacio Pumperschnitzel Pentelgrass said they could just come ashore. "For all we have is yours," the villagers agreed. "Come fill your sacks with peppers, nuts, and carrots for your families." Contentment was a virtue mainland people knew not of, for they simply grew more selfish and much more void of love. They soon captured poor Ignacio for a ransom for their loot, and demanded every vegetable, every plant that bore a fruit. They brought shovels, picks, and axes. They gathered every living thing. They put them in their ships and took them to the mainland in the spring. Ignacio cried, "What's ours is yours. We have always shared our lot. You may take all of our possessions, but the secret we've still got." Mayor Durand and mainland people laughed and said, "Now we have it all. We don't need your island village or your harvests in the fall." So they dumped poor Ignacio Pentelgrass back on the barren soil and sailed on home and burned the boats to protect their newfound spoil. Well, the mainland people took the greens they stole into the marketplace and sold them to the bidder high as for a trophy case. But since each one knew nothing of the plants and how they grow, as summer came, they withered, wilted, sadly bowing low. Not a one produced a fruit. Most had browned and died before it flowered. The mainland people, once proud warriors, now just hungry cowards. When all was thought for loss, before the cold winds began to blow, the mainland people knew their air would bring much sorrow with the snow. But in the distance was a ship that Mayor Durand could see. As he gazed through the looking-glass, "It's coming closer," was his plea. The people grabbed their weapons, sticks and clubs for to defend. But as the ship approached, they heard, "We want to be your friend." To their amazement, it was Ignacio, We would have come much sooner, was his cry. But we had to build this boat, and we were waiting for the rye. Then they spilled out on the dock wheat and cherries, celery, kale, onions charred, and radishes, and berries by the pail. The mainland people wept, and they fell upon their face. We don't deserve such blessings from the ones we did disgrace. But poor Ignacio Pentogras of Hagelberg the Isle said, "It's time to tell the secret." So he sat for just a while. Our mercy for the mainland simply mirrors mercy found through another long ago, similarly so unfairly bound. We gave all we had to you because he did just the same. But in this simple truth lies the secret for which we came. All we have and all we give is not because of our great land. We gave ourselves to him, and now he blesses the work of our hands. The people of the mainland, with their now repentant mayor, sobbed before Ignacio as he led them then in prayer. Well, time has passed, and mainland people learned that life is a privilege. Oh, and to keep in touch with Hagelberg, now they've built a 2-lane bridge.